Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we explore Napoleon Hill's Golden Rules, a collection of strategies and insights designed to enhance personal growth and goal achievement. Penned by Napoleon Hill, a seminal figure in the field of motivational writing, the book distills nearly a century-old wisdom grounded in the power of positive thinking, a philosophy that remains at the core of many contemporary self-help teachings. In Napoleon Hill's Golden Rules, Hill shares practical advice that promises to guide you closer to your personal and professional aspirations. Whether it's developing better habits, refining your thought process, or leveraging your innate strengths, this book offers a series of actionable steps to foster success and personal fulfillment. This book is ideal for entrepreneurs, business and marketing students, and anyone keen on personal development. Napoleon Hill, celebrated for his landmark book, Think and Grow Rich, brings a timeless touch to modern challenges, making his work essential for anyone looking to improve their life through well-established principles of success. Join us as we uncover the golden rules that have propelled millions toward their dreams. Napoleon Hill's Golden Rules, The Lost Writings. Introduction. Learn from a pioneer. Embrace timeless success strategies with Napoleon Hill. When we think of self-help and motivational literature, Napoleon Hill stands out as a pioneer whose wisdom has stood the test of time. His works aren't just books, they're blueprints to personal achievement and success, rooted deeply in the early 20th century, but as relevant today as they were almost a century ago. Hill dismantled the notion that only the naturally gifted are destined for greatness. Instead, he championed the belief that with perseverance and resilience, anyone could sculpt a successful life. Through his teachings, Hill made it clear that our destiny isn't written in the stars. It's crafted by our own hands and minds. The essence of Hill's philosophy centers around a proactive mindset. In life, standing on the sidelines, bathed in self-doubt or succumbing to negative thoughts, simply isn't an option for progress. But it isn't just about maintaining a positive outlook. Hill's methods require you to actively transform those thoughts into tangible actions and habits that drive you towards your goals. This narrative unveils the secrets to mastering the art of waking up energized and ready to conquer your day, leveraging the power of imagination to enhance your public speaking skills, using simple creative memory aids, like associating names with common objects such as a chocolate eclair, to make lasting impressions and build your network. By applying these principles, you're not just following steps, you're engaging in a dynamic process of self-improvement that bridges the gap between dreams and reality. Embark on this journey to discover how, while the times may have changed, the golden rules for achieving personal excellence remain constant. Part 1. Transform your potential through the art of mastering your mind. Imagine crossing paths with someone who radiates undeniable self-assurance and seems to effortlessly achieve success in everything they undertake. You might mistakenly attribute their success to intrinsic talent, or perhaps find yourself feeling envious, wondering how they unlock the secrets to success while those secrets elude you. But here's a transformative truth. The life we create stems directly from the power of our thoughts. Napoleon Hill, a vanguard in the landscape of self-improvement, introduced a compelling technique to harness this power: autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is a strategy that allows you to shape your personal development by consciously feeding your mind with positive thoughts and visions. Hill himself practiced this method through a unique exercise. Envision disadvantageous yet entirely imaginative meetings with historical figures renowned for their wisdom and character. In these mental symposiums, Hill would engage in deep conversations with icons such as Abraham Lincoln, Socrates, Napoleon Bonaparte, and Aristotle. He focused on absorbing specific virtues from each of these figures: fairness, ingenuity in problem-solving, and courage from Lincoln, for example. Dedicating an hour each evening to this practice, Hill expanded his imaginary counsel as he discovered more about other inspirational personalities. This method proved not just motivational, but transformational for Hill, particularly in overcoming personal challenges and enhancing his skills. One striking success story from Hill's use of autosuggestion relates to his fear of public speaking. By mentally aligning himself with revered orators like Henry Ward Beecher, Hill was able to embody the qualities of a compelling speaker. The result was nothing short of miraculous. After a week of diligent autosuggestion practice, Hill not only delivered a powerful speech, but received a standing ovation and an invitation to speak again. This triumph was the starting point of a new chapter in Hill's life as he became a sought-after speaker across the United States. His remarkable performance at a convention in Pittsburgh in 1920 even earned him prestigious recognition from the Associated Advertising Clubs of the world. All of Hill's achievements underscore a profound principle: the profound impact our thoughts have on shaping our realities. Through the deliberate practice of autosuggestion, Hill demonstrates that we truly hold the capabilities to mold our lives and achieve great success. Part 2. Unlocking Trust and Persuasion through Shakespeare's Timeless Strategies. Solving complex problems often demands not just innovative thinking, but also the ability to persuade others of the value of these ideas. Amongst the myriad of teachers one could consult on the art of convincing, an unexpected but invaluable mentor is William Shakespeare, particularly through the dynamics of rhetoric displayed in his play Julius Caesar. Gaining the confidence of others typically starts by aligning with their perspectives, a tactic adeptly used by Mark Antony in Julius Caesar. At Caesar's funeral, Antony faces the daunting task of swaying a crowd that has just been stirred by Brutus, Caesar's assassin, and a skilled orator who presents Caesar as a tyrant deserving of his fate. With the crowd already against him, Antony begins his oration not by attacking Brutus directly, but by initially endorsing him. He acknowledges Brutus's speech and concedes that Caesar should be dismissed as Brutus suggests. This strategic concurrence earns him the critical initial support of the audience. From this position of alignment, Antony gradually introduces new perspectives, highlighting Caesar's contributions to Rome and revealing Caesar's generous bequest to the citizens in his will. As his speech evolves, Antony's endorsements of Brutus subtly turn from genuine to ironic and eventually outright condemnatory. The shift masterfully reverses the crowd's sentiment, ultimately leading them to denounce Brutus and drive him out of Rome. Antony's speech showcases the profound impact of beginning dialogues by establishing common ground, then methodically reshaping opinions with tactfully introduced new insights. This Shakespearean tactic translates seamlessly into modern scenarios. For instance, consider a lawyer skilled in Shakespeare's texts who employed a similar strategy in court. Rather than starting with an aggressive rebuttal against his opposition, the lawyer first acknowledged the valid points presented by the opposing counsel. This approach not only garnered the jury's trust, but also set a conciliatory tone that made the jury more receptive to the criticisms he subsequently laid out against the opposing arguments. The outcome? The lawyer won the case, highlighting how foundational trust and strategic persuasion are to achieving success in any endeavor. Through Shakespeare, we learn that the key to winning people over often begins with empathy and understanding, followed by carefully structured arguments that guide them to new conclusions. Part 3. Enhance efficiency and well-being through the power of positivity. Consider a moment from your past where criticism or harsh words left you feeling unmotivated. It's likely that such negativity didn't inspire much improvement or change. This notion aligns with the philosophy that positive reinforcement, rather than criticism, is a more effective method to elevate performance either at work or in personal arenas. In the workplace, harnessing the power of positive suggestions can significantly boost employee performance. Take, for example, a manager renowned for his unique approach to leadership. Unlike traditional supervisors who might focus on faults or shortcomings, this manager chose to navigate his office, offering commendations. He would personalize his compliments to each team member, subtly suggesting each time that while they were doing well, they could achieve even greater heights with just a bit more effort. This impactful strategy was particularly evident in his handling of a struggling employee. Instead of confronting the employee about recent performance dips, the manager opted for encouragement. He commended the employee on his improved work pace, an affirmation that motivated the employee so profoundly that his efficiency escalated by 25% the very same day. The benefits of positive suggestion extend beyond managerial tactics. Sales professionals can leverage this approach by incorporating affirmative assertions into their pitches. Instead of overtly selling a product, suggesting to a customer that a new product's advantages are evident and align with their needs makes the interaction feel less like a sales pitch and more like a mutual realization. This technique subtly shifts the ownership of the decision-making process to the customers, making them feel in control and more open to the purchase. Furthermore, the application of positive suggestions can also manifest improvements in health and well-being. Napoleon Hill references a doctor who effectively used optimism as a tool in his medical practice. By reassuring patients about their recovery prospects, he imbued them with hope and positivity, which in many cases expedited their healing from serious conditions like pneumonia. This amalgamation of anecdotes and tactics underlines a universal truth. The environment we create through our words can profoundly influence the behavior and well-being of those around us. By adopting a framework of positivity, we can foster a culture of improved performance, enhanced morale, and better health. Part 4. Leveraging spiritual and reciprocal strategies for business success. The concept of prayer often invokes images of seeking divine help for personal growth or for the well-being of loved ones. However, Napoleon Hill introduced an intriguing application of prayer that encompasses practical business outcomes and the broader universal energies. Prayer, in the context Hill describes, isn't confined to any specific religious practice. It's about projecting one's thoughts and intentions out into the universe, similar to transmitting a powerful electrical wave that can potentially influence situations, including business scenarios. For instance, Hill recounted a moment when he used prayer to sway a business negotiation that initially didn't favor him. Merely minutes after mentally requesting a change of heart from his prospective partner, the deal swung in his favor. Beyond spiritual invocation, Hill emphasized the law of retaliation, a principle grounded in the philosophy that people will mirror the behavior they receive. This isn't about negative repercussions, but rather the reciprocal nature of human interactions. By acting kindly and offering value first, you can generally expect a return in the same generous spirit. To put this into perspective, imagine a simple scenario involving two children at lunch. If one child forcefully tries to take a snack from another, the likely response would be resistance or confrontation. However, if a child offers a snack first, the gesture will probably be reciprocated kindly. This principle of initiating a positive action to receive one in return is just as applicable in sophisticated business environments as it is in playground interactions. For example, if you aspire to be recommended by a well-regarded colleague, begin by endorsing them to your own circle. This proactive positivity not only fosters goodwill, but also sets the stage for mutual support and endorsements within professional networks. Both prayer and the law of retaliation underscore a broader strategic approach in business, aligning one's actions and intentions in a manner that they create favorable outcomes through spiritual belief or reciprocal interactions. By understanding and applying these principles, professionals can navigate their business dealings with a greater sense of purpose and effectiveness. Part 5. Boosting success through the power of self-confidence and affirmations. Self-confidence is not just a beneficial trait, it's a fundamental component of success and happiness. Many individuals dream of wealth and a joyful existence, but these aspirations hinge on a singular, powerful characteristic: self-belief. Why is self-confidence so crucial? Fundamentally, it is impossible to feel truly content without it. Self-confidence propels you to accept that you are deserving of your desires, be it personal accomplishments or professional breakthroughs. Without it, even relentless hard work can fall short, because seizing opportunities, taking calculated risks, and fostering innovation all require a bedrock of confidence. Developing self-confidence begins with the recognition that you are the architect of your own destiny. It's about moving away from the notion that external forces determine your success or failure, and instead embracing total accountability for your own life. Realizing that you hold the keys to your future energizes you, unlocks your potential, and enables you to set and achieve ambitious goals. A transformative tool in building self-confidence is the practice of affirmations. Affirmations are positive, clear, and powerful statements that, when repeated regularly, can reshape your thoughts and manifest your desires into reality. Consider adopting these affirmations to start reshaping your mindset. I possess the power to achieve anything I set my mind to. Believing in this wholeheartedly will guide me to success. I am aware that my thoughts have the capability to materialize. Daily, I will envision the ideal version of myself, refining this image until it's vivid enough to manifest. Henceforth, my actions will be driven by a clear plan that I create. I remain dedicated to this vision, transforming my plan into reality step by step. The daily practice of these affirmations can dramatically elevate your self-confidence. By affirming your abilities and focusing your mental energy positively, you will not only improve your self-assurance, but also your overall life quality. Remember, the journey to success is not just about doing, it's equally about believing. Part 6. Mastering new habits through autosuggestion for persistent success. Achieving persistent success in any endeavor, especially in turning innovative ideas into profitable businesses, requires more than a fleeting commitment. It demands ingrained perseverance. For many, the challenge often lies not in the lack of ideas, but in sustaining effort when obstacles emerge. If you find yourself faltering at the first sign of difficulty, there's uplifting news. Developing resilient habits can significantly reduce the reliance on momentary willpower and foster long-term tenacity. Transitioning a behavior, such as waking up early, from a burdensome task to a seamless habit can transform your productivity. Imagine replacing the habit of waking at noon and stumbling through your day with a new routine of rising at 6 a.m., filled with energy and purpose. At first, this may seem daunting, requiring substantial willpower. However, by consistently practicing this early rise, it gradually becomes a natural part of your life, needing less conscious effort as time goes on. Beyond just early mornings, this approach can be applied to other beneficial habits, whether it's daily exercise, continuous learning through reading, or proactive networking. While initially these practices might demand a deliberate push, they eventually turn into automatic actions that energize and empower you, leaving more willpower for other creative or demanding tasks. During the challenging initial phase of habit formation, autosuggestion is a valuable tool. This technique involves self-administered suggestions that influence the subconscious mind. For instance, imagine the struggle of waking up with just an alarm clock's shrill ringing. It's too tempting to hit snooze and return to sleep. Here's where autosuggestion makes a difference. Practice visualizing yourself waking up recharged and enthusiastic several times a day. Envision each detail, the act of yawning, stretching, and enthusiastically getting out of bed. The vividness of this mental rehearsing programs your mind and body to adopt this new wake-up routine more naturally. Integrating autosuggestion into your routine bridges the gap between intention and action, effectively turning aspirational behaviors into automatic habits. By doing so, you equip yourself with a toolkit for enduring success, making daily progress towards your goals with increased ease and reduced reliance on sheer willpower. Part 7. Cultivating success by shaping your environment positively. The impact of our environment on our development and success cannot be overstressed. Consider the trajectory of students from top-tier educational institutions. Often, they emerge as leaders and innovators in their fields. This is not merely a product of superior curriculum, but also a reflection of being immersed in an enriching, stimulating environment. This principle holds true for everyone. Daily interactions and the surroundings we choose play a critical role in shaping our thoughts, behaviors, and ultimately, our accomplishments. It is vital, then, to be judicious about the environments we immerse ourselves in and the company we keep. For someone aspiring to climb the corporate ladder, it makes sense to mingle and reside in areas frequented by successful business executives. The rationale is straightforward. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who share similar professional aspirations can inadvertently steer you towards habits and decisions that foster your own success. Furthermore, it's crucial to distance oneself from negativity and defeatist attitudes that can derail ambitions. Visualizing and then actively seeking out an ideal environment aligned with your goals is essential. Whether it involves relocating, joining new circles, or even transforming your current surroundings, such proactive steps are key to creating a conducive atmosphere for success. On the flip side, consider environments that are detrimental, such as prisons. The typical prison environment is far from rehabilitative. It is often overcrowded, violent, and devoid of opportunities for self-improvement. These conditions are hardly conducive to reform and rehabilitation. Instead, they perpetuate a cycle of negativity and criminal behavior. There is a profound need for reform in such institutions. Imagine the potential benefits of transforming these spaces into clean, safe, and educational environments focused on skill development and rehabilitation. Such changes could significantly reduce recidivism and transform former inmates into productive, contributing members of society. In essence, both scenarios underline the immense power of environment in shaping human behavior and outcomes. By consciously selecting and cultivating positive surroundings, we can significantly influence our journey towards success and help transform others' lives for the better. Part 8. Enhancing memory and observation. Key strategies for effective networking. Have you ever felt the sting of embarrassment at a social event when someone greets you warmly by name and you can't remember theirs? Such moments can make any interaction start off on the wrong foot, particularly in professional settings. Fortunately, boosting your memory and sharpening your observational skills can help avoid these awkward situations. Improving your memory involves a three-step process that begins with heightened attention. In the hustle of everyday interactions, it's easy to let details slip by. However, if you make a concerted effort to truly observe and engage when meeting new people or traveling through new environments, you're more likely to retain those details later on. For instance, when introduced to someone, notice their features, expressions, and the context of the meeting, which will make the memory more vivid and easier to recall. The next step is to connect new information with something familiar. When someone shares their name, try to link it with something or someone you already know. For example, if you meet a Claire, you might picture a chocolate eclair, linking the name to something memorable. This technique uses existing neural pathways to create strong mental hooks for new information. Repetition is the third critical element in strengthening memory. Reiterate the person's name during your conversation to embed it into your memory. Afterward, recalling their name several times over the days that follow will help cement the information in your long-term memory, reducing the likelihood of future forgetfulness. Besides these targeted steps for improving memory, enhancing your overall observational skills can also play a significant role. Sharpening your senses aids in better memory retention. A practical exercise to boost observation involves a simple but effective routine. Enter a room, take a few moments to absorb as many details as possible, then leave the room and write down everything you can recall. Regularly practicing this exercise with different settings will not only enhance your memory, but also your power of observation, making you more present and attentive in all situations of life. These strategies equip you with essential skills for more effective networking and social interactions, ensuring you leave a positive impression in both personal and professional gatherings. With these tools, you can confidently navigate any social landscape, empowered by your newfound abilities in memory and observation. Final summary. Success is much more accessible than many believe. What often stands between a person and their goals is not insurmountable obstacles, but rather their own mindset and confidence. By fostering the right mental attitudes and fortifying your self-belief, achieving your objectives becomes not just a possibility, but an expected outcome. Throughout this exploration, we've uncovered multiple techniques that can significantly enhance your professional and personal life. These include building robust social networks, negotiating successful business agreements, and developing beneficial habits, all with surprisingly little effort when the proper strategies are applied. Above all, the transformative power of positive thinking should never be underestimated. It's not just an old adage, it's a practical approach to life that can bring about profound changes in your reality. By adopting a positive mindset, aligning with purposeful strategies, and actively cultivating your abilities and surroundings, you set the stage for a life of success and fulfillment. Engaging with these principles consistently can turn aspirations into achievements, proving that with the right mindset, almost any goal is within reach. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.